Today we are going to learn chapter 6, Water. In this chapter we shall discuss about different sources of water, drinking water, different forms of water and water cycle. Let us begin the chapter. Men, animals and plants need water to live. We need water for drinking, cooking food, bathing, gardening and washing clothes. Water is also used in farms, factories, schools and offices. Wild animals drink water from streams and rivers. Plants absorb water from groundwater through roots. So, all living organisms need water to live. Let us start with the sources of water. From where do we get the water? High mountain peaks are covered with snow. High mountain peaks are covered with snow. During summer, the snow melts and forms streams, springs and lakes. Streams forms rivers in the plains. Rainwater goes into rivers to sea. It collects in tanks, ponds and lakes. Some rainwater sinks into the earth. So, what is the source of water? From the high mountain peaks, the snow melts to form streams, springs and lakes. So, the main source of water are streams, springs, lakes and rainwater. Streams forms rivers. Rainwater gets collected in tanks, ponds and lakes and some sinks into the earth also. How would you store the water? Water in tanks and rivers soon get dried up or used. So, we need to store the water in big dams or make canals. Water working department purify water and collect it in the high tanks. It reaches in our house through pipes. So, the water collected in the tanks and rivers get dried up fast. And so, we need to store the water in big dams or canals. Water working department purifies the collected water in high tanks. It reaches our house through pipes. Drinking water. Water from tanks, ponds, lakes and rivers is not fit for drinking. The impure water contains germs. Germs can make us ill. Therefore, we should filter, boil and then cool it before drinking. Boiling of water will kill the germs. In cities, chlorine is added to water to kill the germs before it reaches our taps. So, chlorine is added to the water to kill the germs before it reaches our taps. we have to store the drinking water in clean and covered vessel or covered bottles also. What are the different forms of water? Water exists in three states. Water in liquid form, ice in solid form, steam or vapor in the gaseous form. Okay, we can see water in the form of liquid, ice in the form of solid, steam or vapor in the form of gas. When water is cooled, it changes into solid and hard ice. That is, when we keep the water in the freezer, what will happen? The water becomes ice. When the ice melts, when you keep the chilled, freezed ice outside, what happens? It begins to melt and changes into liquid water. What happens when water boils? It changes into steam or vapor. It comes out. Thus, water has three different forms: liquid, solid, and gas. Water cycle. The heat of the sun makes the surface water in the ponds, rivers, lakes, sea, oceans, etc. to change into vapor. The vapor rises up and forms the clouds. When the cloud gets cooled, the vapor changes into water and fall down as rain. This rainwater flows and reaches the sea through rivers. This cycle is repeated to form a water cycle. So, the surface water in ponds, rivers, lakes, sea, etc. gets heated up by sun and gets changed into vapors. The vapors moves high up and forms a cloud. When the cloud gets cooled, the vapor changes into water and fall down as rain. The rainfall water flows and reaches the sea back through rivers. Not only sea, lakes, rivers, ponds, etc. This cycle is repeated to form a water cycle. This ends our chapter recap. Let us go for the chapter recap. Water is essential for life. Water is used in farms, factories, schools, and homes. The impure water contains dirt and germs of diseases. Drinking water is filtered and boiled. Water has three forms: solid, liquid, and gas. The movement of water from sea to land and land to sea through clouds and rivers is called water cycle. This ends our chapter 6.